get straight. Because of those things that are needed now is beyond race. So you have to clean up the climate because your race is not going to survive anyway. Now, they're going to be the first to go because they closer to the airport, they closer to the sewer system. You know what I mean? Like they talk about why more Negroes are dying because of whatever this thing is. Well, the Negroes eating pork chops and, you know what I mean, drinking, and along with Euros just doing the same thing. But you can't prove that. So you got to rescue everybody because whatever it is, the Negro going to get it first. You know, it don't make that. I don't care what they got. The only thing he's not going to get first is a job, happiness, and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about it. He ain't going to put that in there. The money, he going to get first all the foolishness, right? Now, white folks eat as much pork as Negroes do. But the Negro, it's a Negro, they say it like it's a black disease, almost high blood pressure, all the stuff that the Negroes eat too much salt. Well, white folks eat salt too. I watch them, they buy some French fries or something, they just take the salt out and they don't even taste them. And back then, the thing at McDonald's, they shaking salt all on them. The people get them and they just put salt on them. White folks, they don't taste it. It's already salty. Man, you ever see the guys back there shaking all that salt on them? Don't make no difference. It's a habit, right? And all the people had the habits. The difference between a Negro habit and modern white folks' habit it's not a big enough gap for it to make any difference, right? As many of them eat as McDonald's. It ain't no greasy spoon no more. It's Big Macs. They're not eating. How many people eat at a little bitty greasy spoon restaurant? The diet is the same. The modern American diet, everybody eating them big old Macs stacked up like this, Burger Kings and a big old foot long something or other. That's what everybody's eating. It's not the Negro diet anymore. Where's the Negro diet? Where we used to eat molasses and rich people eat molasses now. And butter, we used to squash the butter up and, you eat biscuits and they call it sopping. You took the biscuits and sopped up your molasses. That's all you had for breakfast. Well, I mean, we was different. We had a few extra stuff. But that was the old Negro breakfast. It was just something to get you out and get you going. Right? Now, everybody eats the same thing. I mean, generally. So the diets are so close that, right, it don't make no difference. Okay, so Negroes eat a lot more chicken than other people. That used to be chicken on Sunday, but now everybody's eating chicken. And fried chicken. They got church's chicken because everybody just come home from church. That's what people think. And who would you invite for dinner on Sunday? The preacher. And you had chicken every Sunday. That's the only time Negroes used to eat chicken. Not every day chicken, but now they done puffed them chickens up and they got them chickens rolling down the thing. Hey, man, and chicken and eggs is free almost. Anyway, back to the subject. We have to be in charge of ourselves. So we're going to go on a national tour. All the stuff we talked about that we're going to do these months before Eid and everything, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to be diverted. The diversion go down, something not working at the house, something not working over there. That's too bad. It's actually too bad. because we're not into that right now. If it's like that, fix it yourself, you know. Plus, why should I fix something and I'm downstairs and I can hear bang, bang, bang? And I come upstairs and look, and everything in the bathroom is broken on purpose, or a leak there. Well, somebody turned it so it would leak. I'm not wasting no time on it. Fix it yourself, right? Okay. What that means is we don't let other people develop our time schedule for us. It's simple, but if we're on a roll, if we're on a certain move, we have to continue with that. So we control our own lives. Okay. This is a note on ham-handed Negroes. I don't want to talk about them much. But ham-handed Negroes are loser Negroes. Loser Negroes. Loser Negroes are like the ones that they've arrayed against us. Example, everybody in California, imagine the Masjid is full, everywhere you go is full, every university you talk on is full, and then all of a sudden everybody's gone. If they want you to run around and chase them, why you leave? Well, they got the wrong idea. Goodbye, everybody. Right? Yeah, goodbye, because just goodbye. you know, because you cannot change. And now I'm talking like this has already happened over a long period of years. You cannot manage us. We're managing you. Okay, it's not 100% one way or the other. But if we managing boss man, if you have an elevated percentage, if we're controlling him 75% and he got everything, he got all the Negroes, he got money he prints, he got everything. And he can fill your place up and then you look around and it's empty. You can't sit there, oh, the dumb thing, what did I do wrong? Everybody left. No. Boss man and called everybody somewhere else. That's what it is, so that's what you call it. You don't be ashamed to point out, because somebody might think that nigga paranoid. Well, one thing about notes and everything, one thing about absurdity, one thing about repetition and going over redundancy is big, right? Because, for instance, after you let something go redundantly 10 times over, that proves itself, whatever it is, it don't make any difference. It's redundant. And suppose you didn't came here and you got videos now, it don't make no difference how many people are watching it. Has no difference. Because you have, in your own possession, the ability to edit them and put them out, or just put them out like they are, over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. That means when we talk about redundancy, everything we talk about, an air war, that's 20-something years ago. Air war, I was talking that 20 years ago, at least 20 years ago. Yeah, way back when. Air war is a psychological war, right? Air war is you're going to come in and bombing. You're not going to be slopping through the mud and getting tired. You're going to be in a plane. You're just going to bomb boss man to death. Yeah, so you're having an air war, psychological war, right? And no matter what they say, psychologically, boss man is losing it. No, it would be safe to say boss man has lost it. And it's almost unfair for us to pick on an invalid. And we have to defend ourselves because he's stupid enough to keep on. He won't, even he's an invalid, he's just absurd. That's what we call absurd. Him and his helpers, they look, it's so ridiculous. Imagine John Hancock is John Hancock, signed the biggest on the thing. They call it Mukhtar or something like that. When you look at the Bayer form that we had, it is the biggest signature on there, right? And then not only they show up on the video, this, that, and the other, because they try to steal videos, but luckily we save enough. And then one is on standing there, and here's the police taking me to jail in front of Masjid al-Islam in Oakland. Okay, fine. It's all right. And they think we should be the dummies. They're not dummies. They're not crippled either. Unable to digest the world around them. Unable to function, to form pictures. They're people in that would be like Abdul Jalil was, over there. Abdul Jalil and Mukhtar were very good friends. And they, Abdul Jalil used to lie so much. When I was boxing, I was just about the champion. I said, shoot, I won my first championship when I was 14. And, I was a middleweight championship when I was 14 years old. He lies to me with no restrictions, so I just lie right back. I don't say, nigga, you lying, man, that's wrong. You can't do that, man, that's a lie. Because he would, I don't know if anybody remembers, but he would really tell them. And not that he was, but him and Mukhtar was the same, except Mukhtar would actually train. Mukhtar would go run, he would do all that stuff. Our person here, hey man, he just wouldn't move. And the brothers would be, man, you got to get rid of the brother because the physical fitness program. I said, there is no physical fitness. That's what we're saying, man, ain't no physical fitness program. I said, he comes out and looks at the weights when we're working out. I said, he's come out and looks, and yeah, I'll be right back soon as I go over here. I said, maybe he says that all the time. So what if his tummy is sticking out that far? Who knows, right? I mean, but anyway, the point is that we're headed in the same direction we've been going in all along. Other people, they take as important what boss man say, not history. And they think that if they were to witness something in front of their face over and over again, if boss man didn't say it, they wouldn't recognize it. Like the things that are going on in our present day. The world is technically falling apart. Everybody agrees on that. It's the climate, it's the weather, it's the traffic, it's the whole planetary system is getting out of whack. That means the animals, the plants, the weather changes are affecting everything and everybody, right? Okay, so the oceans is rising and all of that. Those are things that you can't stop overnight. Those are things like if you're in a car driving 100 miles an hour, you just can't stop. And if you do stop on a dime, you're going to be through, you're going to snatch them seat belts out and you're going to be in the window. You know what I mean? Stopping that fast, which you can't stop that fast. If you go on certain speeds, you can't swerve and get out of the way. So you have to slow everything down to a crawl. We can't do that because the economy. You can have economy or you can eat for 2, 3 more days, or you can ruin the earth, whatever you want to do. I said people in the woods, in the country, and all original people, they made a prayer before they took something. When they sacrificed anything, they always was thinking some big figure for producing.